Auchinleck Talbot knocked East Kilbride out of the South Challenge Cup thanks to a 1-0 victory over their Lowland League opponents at Beechwood Park in East Ayrshire. Kilby manager Kevin Rutkiewicz was able to name new signing Luke Macbeth amongst the substitutes as his team took on Talbot, acknowledging the strength of the West of Scotland League outfit pre-match.
I mean, I treat every opposition with respect, but for me, if we were getting in against Spartans in the top of the league clash like we did 6 weeks ago, but this is exactly the same. I think Trinent have shown the strength of the top end junior teams when they come into the Lowland League, that they're not coming in to finish 11th and 12th. They're going to come in and be at the top end, and I feel like any team in the top five in the West Premier League would be competing in the top of the Lowland League. There's just no doubt about it, and Auchinleck are definitely one of those. So for me, it's as difficult a game as we've had.
And a difficult game it would prove, with the hosts looking to immediately put the visitors under pressure from the off. Kilby goalkeeper Max Curry was called into action early on, with Talbot looking menacing, particularly from corner kicks. In the other goal, Auchinleck goalkeeper Josh Bradley-Hurst wasn't called into action as much as the visitors would have liked. This Ben Hughes free kick, headed wide by Dylan McDonald, the closest they came to breaking the deadlock. With both teams up for a physical battle, neither side were able to carve out too many clear-cut chances, and it appeared as though a goal was going to come via a set piece rather than a spark of creativity. However, the hosts would take the lead after 24 minutes. Some quick thinking saw Aidan Wilson opt to take a free kick short as he linked up with Mark Shankland, and rather than float across into the box immediately, he cut inside and sent a wonderfully weighted ball to the back post for Brian Boylan to volley home the opening goal in front of a band of the travelling East Kilbride supporters. Having taken the lead rather than immediately rest on their laurels, the home side went in search of a second goal before half time, coming close on a few occasions and keeping the aforementioned Curry on his toes. The visitors, meanwhile, were unable to create any openings in their attempts to get back into the game and entered half-time trailing their opponents a division below them, disappointed they were unable to put the hosts under pressure. East Kilbride did have the better of proceedings in the second 45, desperate to find a leveller. However, Talbot stood strong and limited their opponents to try and take advantage of a set piece, be it a long throw into the box or a corner kick. The Kilby looked to hurt the hosts on the flanks, with Ross Taylor encouraged forward from left back, unable to find anyone with this cross, and Kyle Connell was proving the focal point in attack, able to bring several teammates into play. Ben Hughes was the next to receive out wide, even given 2 bites of the cherry, but was unable to find a white shirt. A long throw from Neil McLaughlin proved the last throw of the dice, but the hosts were able to clear their lines and seal their passage into the South Challenge quarter-finals. They'll face another Lanarkshire club in the Lowland League, Caledonian Braves, at Alliance Park. Here's what Kilby boss Kevin Rutkiewicz had to say after his side's defeat and subsequent cup exit.
Both teams huffed and puffed. What I would say is Talbot found a way to score where we didn't really look like scoring the day. We had a lot of possession, we had wee bits and pieces, but we looked a wee bit blunt. They were very dominant and physical at the back, and we've just got to be, I think we've got to be more clinical and play with a bit more belief from middle to front and really go and drive it home. But we'll just need to, we'll need to assess that and see what's happening with it. Last week against Stirling it's 2 each, and we're licking our wins because we've not taken the chances that we've created today. We didn't create those type of chances, and we've got to ask those questions and sort of pose those questions to ourselves first, me and then the team. But it's disappointing both the goal we conceded and the chances that we didn't create today, that's for sure.
Adam Kennedy, UWS News, Auchinleck.